Alright guys, welcome back. This is the list we have for destination Moab here in 4 weeks. Leaving with this 1989 Suzuki Samurai, taking it out to Moab. Never really been out of Florida or Georgia. Time to go to Moab and see what happens. Need list, luckily is getting smaller. Want list is not small, not big, but probably will grow along the way. Today we're going to get started on the steering and either steep mounts or maybe run over to, I kind of want to jump to the want list and get the rear YJ springs done. I've got the kit here, I've got the springs, I got the bushings, everything's ready, I just need to put it in. Half doors, I'd like to get those done for two things: weight reduction and protection. Currently running no doors, and I don't really know what to expect out there. I may make them and not need them. Let's see, brake lines, can't do that yet. Need to get those extended on the rear, especially if I do the rear springs on the YJ. Fluids all around, and finish up the welding on the roll cage. All right, well, let's get started on the steering. All right, so this is the steering from the Prius. Well, mostly from the Prius that has been cut up and kind of sort of married from the Prius electric power steering components. And of course, this piece here was a factory piece of the shaft that came on the Samurai that I cut off and combination welded it in, and then of course put a little bolt through there just to add a little extra rigidity. So this is the new piece that I had cut off the shaft that fit into here. Of course, that's hammered all the way in as far as it'll go in order to make room to fit the power steering piece. Let's see here. Kind of came up with this. This was just an idea I had from talking to a few guys on the trails that supposedly had done this. And so this plugs in to the box. This piece here is just your positive and negative, which goes into the brain box here, which is landed positive and negative. And then here, this little bit of wire here, I've got to hook to a switch in the cab, and I'll show you that whenever I turn it on. You just hit the switch, it sends power to the unit, and as soon as it senses a signal coming from your from the steering wheel, this sucker kicks in, and it actually works better than normal power steering and doesn't take any drag off the motor. So let's get this sucker installed. So between mock-up, welding, spray painting, etc., it's just a little tight. So, we'll get it there. But it's just gotta loosen this box a little, or the steering piece from the bracket, so that I can line it up, because the hole on the rag joint eliminator is threaded, and it kind of needs to line up pretty close to perfect in order to get these bolts in there, which I've already done once. And now that I'm trying to get it finished, it's going to be a pain to get in there, because everything's got to be just so. Once it's in there, but everything wants to jiggle, and nothing wants to line up, because this is no longer mock-up. You ask yourself, why do you mock everything up? It's not going to fit later. So here's what we got. We got new rag joint eliminator, flange, threaded, new bolts, locking nuts, original flange that I had to cut down, weld, bolt through. I didn't have to do the bolt through, but that was just me being extra because I got the shaft going through here into about this far, drilled through, put a bolt, same thing, not on the back side. Prius power steering module with the shaft that came with it, as well as this piece here welded to the original Samurai power steering shaft. So there's a shaft in here, it's all welded together here. Brain box. Come on, Kevin. Plug that baby in. And then this piece here. Plug it in right there. Which one? There we go. Okay. Right there. Alright. Plugged in. Power wire. Power's coming, grounded to body, coming off the battery. This is my, I guess you can call it ignition. You can put this to your ignition. I did not. What I did is, now granted, this is not done yet, but this is the new dash that I'm working on here. As you can see, it's kind of a mess. Hasn't had a dash in a while, just had gauges kind of laying around. All right, this is my bottom. This one here is fuel. You can't read that, but fuel and steering. So this is me turning it right now with basically everything I've got to turn it. And as you can see, it's not going anywhere. Okay, coming here. Turn on the steering switch. It clicks, and as you can see, one hand, and this baby, where's this? Finger, and those are just turning like butter. That's a 37-inch 1250 sticky tire on a mechanical Samurai steering box with this mamma jamma in line. It's hard for anyone to believe that you can, so I'll get all this taped up out of the way, or I'm gonna put a fastener. I had it in there real nice, but I had to take it out obviously to replace this piece here. But shaft into the electric box, and basically, I mean, how does it get much better than that? It doesn't. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Power steering is complete. Next up is probably going to be install of YJ springs on the rear. I got the springs obviously here. Got the kit, and gonna get that sucker installed on the next one. Already turned the switch on here. Give it a second for the module to kick in. And as you can see, 37-inch 1250 tires. Not moving forward, sitting still. And turns perfect. I hope it helped. If you guys got any questions, shoot me a comment and I'll help you in any way I can. Made this video one of those things that I kind of searched the internet for. Didn't really find anything out there, and hopefully some of you guys are looking to do it. And if so, if this video helps, that's great. If not, I'm sorry, I kind of did some of the mock-up ahead of time, and you know, before I realized I was gonna film this video. Sorry this was a short, quick one, and there'll be a lot more coming with more off-road adventures. Got 2.5 weeks to go before getting to Moab. just kind of working on it after hours. And I'm going to film that whole trip. We're going to be out there for, I think, 5 days total. So should be a lot of footage to put together. Might be more in one video, we'll see. YJ Springs coming. Obviously this is just sitting here. Harness is on the way. Gotta make it, attitude for the roll cage for the harnesses. This seat's sitting here mocked up with a lesser than bracket that's just kind of made just to see how it's gonna fit. So I'm gonna put the brackets together, get that done, get the rear springs done, and we'll see, kind of give it a test and see how I like it. And who knows, might do the front if there's time to get the parts here and get them installed before then. But hope this helped. Tune in for the next one. Like, subscribe, shoot me comments.